Evening. Oh, yes, it is a late one tonight. It is 9:30, so an hour and a half late tonight. I have just got back from a ride out. We went over to another dealers tonight. I'm not going to mention who the dealer is, obviously, but they are based in Milton Keynes. Evening, Darren. We managed to catch up with quite a few people. And I also, even Gus, evening Darren, and hi to Grey Wolf, managed to catch up with Chris from Cheap Bikes Are Us. And obviously, Chris has just done his TikTok stream, and I was a guest on it. So thank you very much to Chris from Cheap Bikes Are Us. He's doing very well for himself. And obviously, we were down at the rival dealers. There was a lot of bikers there, a lot of TikTok people, and a lot of friends that I knew. So it was a very, very good night. And obviously a nice ride home on the GTR. I have got some video, but I am not going to be posting it because most of the time I was behind a bike pack and the guys were popping wheelies everywhere and it shows their license plate. So I won't be putting that video up tonight. But I have got about 9 videos that are due to come up. So 2 LXS videos, 1 Medina video, a Cypher video, the ride out from Super Sausage last week with Andy GSA Tractor. I am absolutely swamped with media at the moment, and obviously very, very busy at the garage. And Darren is just the same. Darren's in the same boat as me. We are now booking 4 weeks ahead. And yes, Darren, I managed to do my own forks. So I thought, right, I'm gonna have a crack at it myself. So I managed to do my forks, I managed to change my brake pads, and I changed up the front tire. So the bike is running very, very nice at the moment. If you do want to jump in on the StreamYard link, the link is coming up. It is in the side chat for you. And all you got to do is click that link, jump on, grab your camera, grab your microphones, and come and join me in StreamYard. It's only going to be a quick one tonight because it is the first time in, I think, about 19 weeks that I have had a Saturday up. Evening to Duncan, German Jobbies. Good to see you in the stream, Duncan. I hope you are healing nicely, mate. That was a very, very bad off. If you haven't seen German Jobbies, Duncan, go and have a look at his last feed with the silly car driver that was on his side of the road. And how he missed getting his head under that front wheel, I don't know, but it's good to see Duncan here. And he's actually on the stream tonight. So all the best to you, mate. Get well soon. Bikes can be fixed, you can't. So it's a pleasure to have you on the stream as always. And let's see how many people. We've got 10 at the moment on stream. I did have a couple of messages tonight, and someone said to me, "Are you on?" Yes. Oh, he just said, "Thanks, mate. All good now. Back to work Monday." Glad to hear it, mate. So you're on the road to recovery. Loads of people said, "What time are you on tonight?" I did say that I'll be on about 9:30. We're normally on at 8, but 9:30. And I'm not going to stay on long because I am having a long weekend out with the wife. We're going to go bowling. We're going to go down the local nightclub. We're going to go out for a meal. And I am not riding Sunday either. I am spending the entire weekend with the missus. So that will be all good and happy days for me. Great Wolf, German Hobbies. Good evening, Duncan. German Jobbies. I think there's a misspell on that one. But yeah, good to see Duncan's all good and well. So Duncan is normally on the stream in the background. And I think Andy went and met up with him a couple of months ago. So I think Darren did as well, because Andy and Darren went out on their European tour. And it was all good. So we are getting out further afield. There is one thing that I always do I always take a little bit of the mick. MCN, Motorcycle News Magazine. It tends to be all sponsored ads. But I thought I'd give you all a little bit of a laugh tonight. We're going to share this up. Now, Darren knows, I know, evening to Ray's Motor Live. Every Friday is good for me. Good to see you all. Good to see you too, buddy. I'm going to share this up, and you can all have a little bit of laugh at Motorcycle News. Now, we all suffer from fogging of the visor. Now, there are a couple of ways to do it. You can buy a pin lock. Pin locks are nice and cheap. The other idea is to get a decent smear of good old washing up liquid, smear it on the inside of your visor. It will stop misting. Oh, no, no, no. Motorcycle News have now announced that there is this. So I'm going to share this up for you. Heated Vision. New heated visor claims to provide a day's riding without the fear of fog. Space technology and British engineering have combined to make fog visors a thing of the past with the invention of the Vision heated visor. It's an insert. It's on a pin lock. It decides to keep your vision crystal clear for up to 8 hours. Works on a little battery pack. Another thing that needs a battery pack. How does it work? Conductive transparent coating allows electricity to pass through the film, instantly generate heat. as if you don't get hot enough under your visor as it is. It clears all the condensation, providing riders with a clear vision. It works from -20 to +60. There's a boost function which reckons to clear your visor in 40 seconds. But look at how much vision you've got. And the insert is available for £180 for your Enduro style helmet. But look at the amount of vision that you are left with all that heated insert around the outside. Absolute pile of poop. I would not be buying one of them. It's going to cut your vision down. It limits your vision. And would you pay 180 quid? No. I would rather go and wipe some fairy liquid up the inside of my screen, or get myself a pin lock. Yeah. And Darren's just said, and it helps limit your vision. How clever. Yeah, I picked up on that as well, Darren. Great idea. And would I spend 180 quid on that pile of crap? Absolutely not. As I say, StreamYard link, Raise Motor Life. No thanks. I don't even wear a full face helmet. You know the best thing? Get yourself an Enduro mask and get yourself a pair of goggles. You don't even have to worry about fogging. That is one of the most stupid ideas I have ever seen. Duncan said the money bags will be buying it. Yeah, great. You're left with like limited vision down here. Darren, buy a turban. That is one way to get around it. Absolutely. Yeah, get yourself a turban. Then you haven't got to wear a crash helmet or anything. But the one thing is, obviously, I have seen people turn up with Super Sausage and they have these fancy crash helmets. You've got the Predator helmet, limited vision, or you have these ones that have got the face decal on the front of it. Once again, you are limiting your vision. You want as much vision out of that visor as you can get. And if your visor is fogging up or it's getting a little bit scratched, go and buy another one. Or better still, go and get yourself a pin lock. And I can swear by the pin lock. Now, LS2. Mine has the pin lock insert on the inside of that. Now, that is just one evening's ride, and you can see it is absolutely filthy, but I've got absolutely no fogging on that whatsoever. And it's not iridium. It is a clear screen. You can see through it. But that thing, the pin lock, a little bit of fairy liquid on the inside of your pin lock, works wonders for me. So, yeah, just get yourself a decent visor, get yourself a decent pin lock. And once your visor starts scratching, it's going to cost you probably about 10 quid to replace your visor. I change my visor normally about once every 3 months and just swap my pin lock on the inside. Very, very easy to do. And if you have got a pin lock on the inside of your visor, make sure it's sealed correctly, because if you've got the slightest air gap, your pin lock is going to leak and you are going to get condensation and humidity in there. So make sure that your pin lock's fitting great. Grey Wolf just said, TMF will get one for free. He'll be doing his usual catwalk with it anytime soon. Don't you know it? Yeah, obviously sponsored by Motorcycle News. He's going to be out. Oh, here am I on my my latest Honda Goldwing with the new heated visor. It's just another thing you've got to plug a battery into, isn't it? So, yeah, as I say, with my Rode mics, it's just one more thing that you need to plug a battery in to charge. That thing lives on life support, and you can see the amount of USB leads that I've got back there just to keep that thing on life support. But I tend to charge that overnight and it's all good to go. Howie's just said, how are you meant to mount a GoPro on your turban? You can always have the little band, little head strap that you have for mining. Get yourself one of those. Evening, Howie, though. Good to see Howie here. For them, not him or her. Exactly. Yeah, brilliant. And yeah, one more time, I'm going to post up the StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come and jump in on a Friday night, I haven't seen anybody on my StreamYard link for absolutely ages, apart from Handy. Peaky has obviously messaged me earlier. He is out with friends tonight. We are going to be changing the format of the Friday Night Live. It is now going to become the Peaky and Rev Show, or the Rev. We was going to call it the Peaky Rev Show, but it sounded like a dodgy vicar. So it's going to be the Rev and Peaky Show. Friday nights live with Rev and Peaky, and we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to start putting a few videos up. We're going to start doing a few things about maintenance on bikes. Oh, yes, just a quick plug. Valentino Glossy 3-hour wash of the GS today. Recommend my bike start. Yeah, it is. I take it you had Sam over, Darren. Sam is very good at what he does. He did the GTR for me last year, and it literally looked like a brand new bike. Made me fall in love with it all over again. I have got Sam coming out, but he's obviously said to me I can't come out till January now. he is absolutely rammed. But I did say to Sam, if you do get any cancellations, whack me a quick message. You're welcome to come down and do my bike anytime. And Sam does a really good job. I think last time he charged me about 250 quid. So I don't know what he charged for yours, Darren, but he was on mine for about 3.5, 4 hours. And he managed to get a bacon roll and a cup of coffee out of me as well. So, but Valentino Glossy, absolutely perfect. I am going to post him up, actually. He is on Facebook. And that is the only way that you can probably get hold of Sam. It's Valentino Glossy by Quents Motorcycles. Motorcycle dealership. There we go. Let me just find his page, bring it up. So let me just copy that in onto the StreamYard link. There we go. So this is Sam's link for Valentino Glossy. Go to facebook.com, Quentin's Motorcycles. There is a link in there to all the Valentino Glossy stuff. And Sam does a very, very good job. He's done Rhythmic's bike. He's done Uncle Red's bike. He's done mine. He's now done Darren's. I don't know about Andy's, but if you go and look at some of the pictures of like the before and after, let me just bring this up because he's done an MT here. So let me just show this and just show you how good his cleaning details do. So Facebook link. There we go. We're just going to roll through Sam's Facebook. 305 stars review. So if you look at the left, there's your exhaust pipes on the left. Look at the right. Really good job he's done on that bike. Looks like a brand new bike. Even stuff like this, the spokes where he's cleaned up a bike wheel and the spokes are absolutely shiny and gleaming. Full snow foam that he does. And you can just see some of the detail. He does citrus degreaser, alkaline wheel cleaners. Let me just find another one. So a couple of bikes there and H2 in there. There we go. And you just get an idea of some of the stuff that he does. We'll just roll into the photos. That's and this is obviously before and after. Before and after. There we go. Back wheel on that, absolutely minging. And it shines up like a new bike. So he's done an absolutely amazing, he does an amazing job every time he works on a bike. Chain wax on there as well. And just have a look at that. So just look at the gear change lever on that and the rod on it. Covered in rust. Once that's shined off, all nice and good. And when he did my GTR for me, he actually went underneath with some spray can paint and cleaned up all my sliders and all my bits underneath. So he does a really, really good night. So that's Sam's page. Peaky went to a bike night, got pissed off for 2 other bikes parked close to him. He said he went for a coffee rather than pay the £3. He went off to use his jet oil. That is Peaky for you. Yeah, he doesn't like, he doesn't do crowds very much. Neither do I. So hence why I tend to park in the corner at Super Sausage. Ray's Motor Life looks great. Yeah, he does. Sam does a very, very good job. If you want to jump in on the StreamYard link, Darren, you're very welcome to do so. Let's just have a quick look at how many we've got. We've got 12 on tonight, so we're on for a little while yet. Swig of the Merlot as well. And I got sick to death of breaking so many wine glasses that I actually got myself some stainless steel wine holders that hold half a bottle. So we shall see how we get on by the end of the night with half a bottle of wine in there, half a bottle of classic Merlot in there tonight. That is the preferred drink of choice. Now, couple of things that are all coming out. Obviously, we had the BSB last Sunday, so hence why Super Sausage was absolutely packed. And I did do a little TikTok. Darren's just said 210 quid. So yeah, worth every penny. Exactly that. He does a really good job. My phone's flat, or I would. That's all right, Darren. No worries. I will manage to get over to your place and come and have a cup of coffee with you one day. But we've got so much work on at the moment. I am chucking stuff your way, Darren, and stuff that we can't do. And here's one for Darren, actually. We had a guy phoned up. He said, I'm after a tyre. I need it. My tyre's gone flat. I need recovery. Can you do me a tyre today? What's your tyres up? We don't normally stock tyres in stock. We have to order in for next day. But I did say to him, you know, we can probably order the tyre in. This is what your... nice bottle of Primitivo from Lidl here. Oh, excellent. Yeah, you can't beat the Lidl wine. There we go. Yeah, we can order the tyre in. Yeah, that's exactly the same price that I got the tyre from. How much do you take? How much do you charge for a tyre change? I said, well, it depends if it's front or back. If it's a front one, you're looking at 23.40. If you're looking at the back one, you're looking about 50-60 quid. Oh, Matey Boy round the corner does the back wheel change for a tenner, and I went, we'll take it to Matey Boy round the corner. By the time you've got the bike in, you've strapped the bike down at the front, you've put a paddock stand under the rear, you've undone the wheel, you've taken the front wheel out, moved the chain, take the caliper off, got the tyre out, changed the tyre, put the new one on, pumped it up, put it back in the bike, put the caliper back on, put all the wheel back, tightened up the chain, checked it, greased it and adjusted it and brought the bike off the ramp, you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour at least. Anyone that's doing that for a tenner an hour, if you're doing 6 tyre changes a day, you're doing 60 quid. You are a busy fool. You're earning absolutely nothing. You might as well just say to the customer, I'll just do the work for free. You're not going to make any money at a £10 tyre change. And I'm sure Darren's not charging £10 for a tyre change. The guy's just a busy fool. So, yeah, take it to your mate. Crack on, mate. We will not change your tyre for a tenner. And anyone that is doing tyre changes for a tenner is just a busy fool. You're not making any margin or any profit for your garage. You've got to think these garage owners, especially Darren, you've got, he's got his advertising, he's got his electric, his water, he's got his rates to pay for his building, he's got his rent to pay for his building. If he's doing all that, you might as well fold your business and just go and sit on your arse all day because you're making absolutely no money. The way bikes are going at the moment, and I have been chatting to obviously the bike dealers we went to tonight and Chris from Cheap Bikes or us, everybody is 3 to 4 weeks ahead. I'm 4 weeks ahead on bikes. Phil's 3 weeks ahead on the cars. I'm sure Darren's about 5 to 6 weeks out on his stuff as well. So Haribo motorcycles, exactly. Yeah. Everybody's just a busy fool, just trying to get the work in, and we're turning a lot of stuff down because people expect everything for nothing, and that's not the way garages work. Otherwise, we'd be going out of business by next week. Expedition on a Big Fat Ass, great name for a bike. Thank you. Welcome along on the channel. Same goes for servicing. You know, people say to us, how much do you charge for a 125 service? 100 quid. It's cheap as chips. You know, you consider that's an hour's labour. You've got the price of your oil, you've got your filter, you've got a spark plug in there, you've got your chain wax in there, plus your labour for your mechanic. And people go, oh, yeah, but, you know, Matey Boy round the corner can change my oil for 60 quid. Well, you consider a litre of oil is going to cost you £10.39. You've got a spark plug about 6 quid. You've got your mechanic's labour. So your mechanic's going to be on something like 15, 16 quid an hour. By the time you're charging 60 quid, you are making absolutely no money at all. And once again, that person is a busy fool. Crack on, mate. You know, there are a lot of these man in a van servicing that is going on around Milton Keynes at the moment. Would I use a man in the van to service my GTR? Absolutely not. And I'm sure Darren would probably rather take his bike to a BMW dealership and have the job done properly than to find out he's spent 80 quid, 90 quid having his bike with a full service to have it 2 weeks later and have the engine go bang. So as I say, you know, check your dealer out, check out who you're going to before you decide to go on a survey. And we've got a very, very good Google review with our team down at Eclipse. And Darren, you only have to go and look at Darren's reviews. And Darren has got glowing reviews. Everybody loves Darren down at HBB. And I'm quite happy to advertise Darren from HBB on here. You know, we're all in the same business, and there are far too many motorcycles in Milton Keynes just for one garage. Everybody tends to spread themselves across the board. And there was one up the other day. Someone was asking about MOTs. I've got a loud exhaust. Where can I take my bike for an MOT with a loud exhaust? Any person will pass it, but you've got to be very, very careful of VOSA laws. If VOSA are sitting outside while you're testing a loud exhaust, oh, thanks. Cheers for that, Race. If you're testing a loud exhaust, it has to be equivalent to a bike of the same bike fitted with a standard silencer. If you've got a loud pipe on it and it hasn't got an E marking, or it says track use only, or not for road use, unfortunately, it is a fail. There was a couple of people said yes. Oh, one guy said, yeah, I went to Eclipse, I had a loud exhaust, it was a pass and advise. Another guy went, yeah, I had a loud exhaust, I changed it up to my standard silencer. No, you didn't change it to your standard silencer. You found a silencer that fitted the bike, but then again, He turned up and he'd taken his DB limiter out. It is still a fail. You have to have your DB killer in your bike. If it's fitted with an exhaust that has a DB limiter in it, it has to be in it to make it a standard exhaust. Hence why I have to put my baffle in every time I test my bike, because it is otherwise in accordance with the law. What's the DB limit? There is no DB limit on a bike. It has to be of a similar volume to a bike that is fitted with a standard silencer. But then again, someone said, yeah, but how do you test a Harley Davidson that is obnoxiously loud fitted with a set of open Vance and Hines? Vance and Hines are designed for Harley, hence why it's stamped Vance and Hines on the pipe, and you have to pass it. So it is a very fine line on what you can, but at the end of the day, it's all down to the tester. If the tester likes a loud pipe, and I love a loud pipe, Phil tends to be very on the limit with VOSA testing, because obviously it's his garage, it's his license. So he will, if a guy has a really loud pipe, fail it. But it has to be a standard silencer, or if it has an aftermarket one, it has to have either a BS stamp, an E stamp on it. And as long as it's not got for track use only or not for road use, it will pass the MOT. But it has to be an approved silencer. You can't go buying this Chinese crap, sticking it on your bike, which is obnoxiously loud, and then expecting it to pass the MOT. There are a lot of copied pipes out there. And what a lot of people are falling foul of is obviously going out on their bike, aftermarket silencer, being pulled by Uncle Bill, and the copper will come up to you, right, aftermarket can, yes, have you declared it on your insurance? If you haven't declared that you have put an aftermarket exhaust on your insurance is invalid, and the coppers are coming down big time on small plates, loud exhausts, or even riding not in accordance with your license. One of the guys said, he said, oh, my son got pulled the other day for doing 40 on his scooter because he'd put a de-restriction kit on it. He's 16 years old, de-restricted bike, doing 40 mile an hour, and the coppers threw the book at him. You are limited to 30 mile an hour at 16 years old. Darren, give me some advice on that. You're sitting in the side chat, mate. Legal limits for 16-year-olds. Should you de-restrict your bike? Absolutely not. Your legal limit is 28 miles an hour at 16 years old. If you want to go faster, wait till you're 17. And that is the neighbours wanting me to pop out for a cigarette. What is the legal limit? It is 30 mile an hour. Wait till you're 17. Go and buy yourself a 125. You can go a little bit faster. But if you are caught going 40 mile an hour on your 50cc, you are going to get a tug from the old bill, and they are probably going to want to inspect the bike. If you've de-restricted it, you're riding not in accordance with the license at 16. And there is a new law that comes in at the end of this month. If you're found on the first, I think it's the first year of riding on your provisional, whether you're 16, 17 or 20, and you've just got your provisional license, if you're caught riding not in accordance with your license, or you're speeding, or you've got wrong insurance, or the bike's, you're out doing something stupid, the coppers will pull your license. You have to do a complete retest, and there is also now a £3,500 fine for riding not in accordance with the license. So Angie Mac just said, German job is sprocket rocket message. Oh, Chrissy, yeah. If you can do fluids, plugs, oil, pads yourself, you'll save pounds. Do a basic course at your local college if you want to save dosh. Yeah. Tyres, engines and fuel, exactly, Howie. Yeah. Triumph off-road, exhaust the Thunderbird Sport is also not a road use. Certain states advisory about it. Yeah, that's for the US market, exactly. Yeah, also not for road use in the UK will fail the MOT. I admit 35, but the young lads need sitting further out in the road than in the curb. Exactly. If you're, as I always say, if you're on a single carriageway, dominate. Or if you're on a dual carriageway, dominate the lane. If you're on a single carriageway and you can only do 30, just watch your mirrors, but try and dominate the lane. Let them go round you. Absolutely, let them go round you. You pay as much road tax as every user on the road. And if you're doing 30 mile an hour on a bike, if you're sat right on the curb, that car is going to try and squeeze past you. So dominate position 2, position 3. Yeah, absolutely. Angie back telling me needing one of the best blokes on the tube. Yeah, get Chris to come on in tonight. We haven't seen Sprocket Rocket for absolutely ages. Right, we're going to stay on for about another 10 minutes or so tonight, and then I am off to spend the weekend with the missus. StreamYard link is up for anybody that wants to jump in. And obviously Simon's back on the lorries tonight, so he's not going to be coming in. Swig off the wine, as we normally do. Oh, and that is lush. Oh, here we go. 40 miles an hour on my SS50 downhill, wind behind me. I was just 16 minutes this speed there. And I'll tell you what, back when, and Howie's probably about the same age as me, back then in the 80s, you could hack around on your Fizzy and then your SS50 doing 40, 45 mile an hour. And Uncle Bill never had a problem with it. There we go. Tell me, are you going to die up here? Exactly. We are looking to obviously get out and tour a little bit further. I think in the next, probably going to be round about the beginning of October. We are going to plan a trip, me and Peaky, to go up and meet up with Carl Dutz up in Cumbria. So we'll probably go up to Whitehaven. Ray's, yeah, if you want to jump on, Ray, for a minute, yeah, you're quite welcome to jump up, mate. Come and tell us what you've been up to this week. If you haven't seen Ray's channel, Ray's Moto Life is a massive channel from the States. I'm just going to grab Ray's channel from my YouTube, so bear with me. Ray's Moto Life, here we go, and we're going to jump in. Now, if you fancy something to do over the weekend, and Ray's always doing live streams, so yeah, he's very, very good at what he does, and it's always a pleasure to have him. Jobbies, Ray, get him on, exactly. The man himself, sitting up over this side, here he is, Mr. Ray's Moto Life. How you doing?
Hello. Can you hear me? Something's not right with my system.
Mate.
Okay.
Yeah, Howie's just said, "What? I'm older than you, you cheeky git." Howie only looks about 51.
You build my channel up too much, but thank you anyways.
Yeah, I tend to, you tend to be on very early in the morning, so I tend to sort of sit in the side chat because the last thing I want to be doing is chatting at 5 a.m. in the morning when the wife's trying to sleep. So
no, I understand. It's a complete different time change. So like right now, I think it's 4 o'clock in the evening. So
yeah, it's just coming up for 10 o'clock here. So you're what 6 hours behind exactly. So
yeah. No, I just wanted to jump on for a minute. I don't, when I do my live streams, which I talk a lot. If anybody watches them, I don't have to have a guest, but it always helps to have somebody on just to kind of hold the conversation and, and kind of keep it flowing real good. Which I always have from 2 to 10 other, channels like to come in and talk, and they like to get on screen. So we have some big conversations. Hello there, BMW. GS Black Gus. Okay. Yeah, trying to read all that.
Darren's off to bed. Night all, Darren. Have a good weekend, mate. Look out.
But I wanted to ask you, these moto meetups you're having, what'd you call them? A sausage breakfast or something? Or
the super sausage run. Yeah.
So do you guys have these like once a month or every 2 weeks or every Saturday or what?
What it is, I get very limited time to ride because obviously I am normally 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the garage Monday to Saturday. I get a Sunday off, hooray! But obviously being in the garage, I didn't get time to ride my own bike. So what I tend to do is on a Sunday we ride to the local bike cafe. Now the bike cafe is open it's open 7 days a week. From 8 in the morning, I think, till about 4 in the afternoon. But it's called the Super Sausage Cafe. But every biker tends to congregate on that one place. So we call it the Super Sausage Day, on Super Sausage Sunday. We call it. All the bikers head there. We have a bit of brekkie, and then we normally go off and ride. Now there is another venue that is about 10 miles up the road that is called Gasoline Juice, which is very, very nice, but the food is hellishly expensive. But it used to be an army bomb disposal and ordnance department. So it's the big warehouse, big brick warehouse. And they basically bought it from the ministry and turned it to a bike. It's basically a cafe, and they've got old Corvettes and Chevrolets inside, old Harleys inside, sofas everywhere. But it's very cool, and they actually let you wheel your bike in and take photos inside the building.
That's neat.
But obviously Andy GSA Tractor went there, and he went, how much is a cup of coffee? Now, at Super Sausage, it's going to cost you £2.50. At Gasoline Juice, I think it's about £4 or £5. And he said, well, how much is that sausage roll? And she went, oh, foot-long sausage roll. It's it's £5, which is probably about $7. And he went, Jesus Christ, it's not Greg's the bakery here.
Yeah, we usually call those bikes and breakfast or something like that. We usually have them, you know. And that's what I was wondering if you guys actually, because a lot of places they don't ride afterwards unless like a little group of friends will take off and ride. But you know, a lot of times the bikes and breakfast, you know, the meetups, you know, a lot of people just meet up and they'll have breakfast and they'll just discuss other people's bikes and what they've done to it lately and stuff like that. So, and that's what I was wondering if you guys actually like left as a big group and rode, you know, different places or if it was just, you know, just a place y'all meet up and eat breakfast and hang out for a few minutes, you know.
Yeah, we tend to go down for a couple of hours and then everybody just goes off and does their own thing. I tend to, what I tend to do is do the run to home, but then cut the video. But then I tend to go off and have a solo ride on my own just to clear my own head. I don't like riding with another rider. Simple reason being,
I get that.
Yeah, I have to keep up with them. They have to keep up with me. I just want to be out on my own, clear my head.
I get it. I'm a solo rider too. I don't like to share space in my head. So, you know, but now I do rides with friends and stuff, but I've rode with these people and I know how they ride. Now, if it's like a big group ride, I don't necessarily go on those because of course you never know who's who's going to be trying to ride someone else's ride and they're going to mess up and wreck and hurt somebody or themselves, you know. So, I'm mainly a solo rider. But now when we do our little Tennessee style meetup or Tennessee crew meetup, it usually only ranges between 4 and 6 of us. And we've all rode with each other many times. So we're pretty familiar with the way, you know, we ride. So we're comfortable with each other. So I'm just, I live on a plateau. So I'm literally on top of a mountain. Every direction is down mountain. So you're going down a mountain. So I'm so used to these curves and all that. It's really hard to be with people in these curves riding, you know, because I enjoy my ride and I don't, like you said, I don't want to feel responsible for somebody else either. And I like my time to just, you know, that's my therapy. That's my riding style. And, I know
exactly where you're coming from. It's like we did, obviously, this other bike dealer that's at the other end of Milton Keynes. So they're about 3 miles from Super Sausage Cafe. So I thought, we'll have a run down to the other bike dealers tonight. There's got to be at least 100 bikes there tonight. Thanks, Howie, for popping in. He's off. Cheers, Howie. Much appreciated, mate. We went down to this other bike dealer, but I'm sat behind a pack of about 6 bikes, and they're all sports bikes or trick bikes, stunt bikes. And we've come into the village, and these guys are all popping wheelies and boom, going for it. And I'm like, all right. And they kept looking back at me. It was like, oh, you're keeping up. And I'm like, yeah. 30 great big GTR 1400. And they're all on like Gixxer 600s or MT-07. But they're all popping wheelies. And I'm like, I can't be arsed with this. So I found a nice little bit of straight road where I could see for half a mile. And I'm like, boom. I took the lot of them out. But then, of course, we pulled up and they went, oh, you were a bit fast coming past us. And I went, no, I just wanted to get you lot out the way because you're all acting like pricks. I said, if one of you went down, you're taking me out with you.
Yeah, and that's what I don't understand because everybody that jumps in a group ride, everyone's like, I want to be in the back. I want to be in the back, you know, and I'm like, no, you don't really. You want to get ahead and go on. So because everybody thinks, you know, well, I don't know how someone else rides. I'd rather see them. Well, truthfully, you'd rather be in the front, and that way you just go on and let them play stupid behind you.
Let them do the stupid shit. If you want to come off,
exactly. And I can go on and enjoy my ride, and you know, I'll be at my destination when y'all show up. If you show up, you know.
You go and tuck yourself in the ditch somewhere.
And I mean, there's a time and place for that, I believe. You know, not on a ride. You know.
Yeah, if you want to hack around like a lunatic, take it to a track.
Well, exactly. Or, we have these things called Club Style Tennessee, and it's not the MC Club Style, uh, because I know a lot of different people, a lot of people from over, your country watches your
Mm.
stuff and things. So what I'm talking about is like Club Style Tennessee, Club Style Georgia, Club Style Virginia, Club Style Kentucky, and they're like stunt guys. They're not a motorcycle club. They're stunt riders, and they do the wheelies, the burnouts. They'll go to bike nights and do, perform and stuff like that. They'll go to rallies and perform. But those guys, they know they're pretty good at. They do that on their own time. They don't do that in the middle of a ride with people
Exactly.
that's never done that with.
Duncan's just summed it up there. I hate group rides. It's ego. It is. It's all
It
ego.
is. Yes, it is. So if anybody's on here that doesn't know my channel, I do a lot of talking. I do it every night, Monday night live stream. So I know you guys ride, your BMWs and all your other stuff.
For you, Ray.
But if anybody likes to just, listen to motorcycle talk or anything like that, man, check out my channel. It's not for everybody. But I appreciate it. And we need to get you like on one of my live streams or somebody over here so we can get, a lot more of my watchers to watch you on your live, on your lives, because we're all motorcycle people, man. I don't care what brand you ride or what you have. We're all on two wheels,
Exactly. So we turned up at this dealership tonight, and obviously I can't mention the dealership because they are literally 15 miles from us, and they do the same product.
Yeah.
But I turned up there tonight. Excuse me. And I'd got my Eclipse Motorcycle shirt on, and the guy went, "Oh, you're from Eclipse Motorcycles?" I went, "Yeah, I finished at 6 o'clock. I've literally come straight from the garage. Once I finish at 6 o'clock, I'm Rev. I am not Dave from the garage,
Exactly.
The garage is left behind. Yes, I work for them, but tonight I am here in my motovlog name." And he went, "Oh, okay, brilliant, brilliant." And then lo and behold, Chris from the local Cheap Bikes Are Us, he came over and went, "How you doing, Rev? Yeah, good to see you, mate." Blah, blah, blah. And he was running TikTok at the time, and he went, "Oh, we've got Rev here from Eclipse Motorcycles." And I went, "Yeah, but you're Chris from Cheap Bike."
Exactly.
We had a nice little chat about Chinese and Japanese bikes and the comparison and prices and that, walking around this other dealership. And you could see the manager of this thing, and he was like, "Oh," and then he actually came in and joined in on the chat. So I started asking him questions. I went, "While we're on the live stream, tell us a bit about what you do. What does your dealership do?" And he went, when we finished the stream, and he went, "You were just advertising me." And I went, "Yeah, but it's not my live stream. It's Chris's stream, and he does Cheap Bikes. Right? We don't mind advertising. There's enough bikers in Milton. There's got 3,000 bikers in Milton Keynes, and there is enough work for 3 dealerships."
Exactly. And that's the thing about, in the United States as well. We have, thank you, buddy, for subscribing. I hope you like it. We have so many dealers, and then like with Harley, they're trying to buy, they're buying up all the mom and pops. They're trying to go all corporate and stuff. But then you have the local, guys, shops that are, and I've seen a lot of local garages, that they know it's a competitive market, but they also know they have to support each other because they know that lifestyle. They know that guy that owns that garage loves and breathes and eats that kind of stuff. That's his life. That's what they love to do. And I've never really seen a big issue with, like local stuff. Now, if you're a big name, in a city like Nashville, or Atlanta or something like that, yes, they do compete, of course. But when I'm talking about like a local, a garage, that's because we have a few, here, and they're just, they try to support everybody. They know there's a 1.5 million bikers come through here, every year. And, like you said, there's plenty of work. There's plenty of, to go around. And I hate to down Harley because I own 2 Harleys, but there's always something needing to be worked on Harley. I ain't necessarily saying it's broken, needs fixed, but people are always upgrading their bikes. They're always trying to make it improve.
Your opinion in a second, then, Ray.
Go ahead. I'm an honest guy.
As a Harley owner, let me just bring this up. What do you think of this?
Okay, that looks like a
Yeah, have a look in the background. There's the Rev Bomb helmet in the background.
Okay, that looks like a Softail
It's a Street Bob, actually.
Street Bob. Yep.
Yeah, Street Bob with a single seat on it. But that
Okay,
is a bit.
I
Yeah.
like it. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's my new ride.
Okay, I would change a few things, but other than that, I would change the bars. Clearly,
Hang on. Hello.
You're being summoned.
Am I being summoned? All right, no worries. I'm going to start winding up in a minute anyway.
Hurry up now.
All right, we'll do.
oh, hurry up, she said.
Yeah, that is the wife. I did say that I was going to do a quick live stream tonight because obviously it's my first time in 19 weeks that I've actually got a weekend with the missus. So
I understand that. No, it's a good looking bike, man. It looks good.
Yeah. Crazy Dad Biker, he's just asked, are the road mics any good? Well, put it this way. I have, I've just got to find my little packet now. Right, road mic. You can buy them as 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. They come in a little box. Looks like that.
Yeah.
So I broke the clip off of my, because I tend to plug, I have one that goes on the crash helmet. And then one that I have, which is my talking mic. That's the one that goes on the crash helmet. I dropped my crash helmet a couple of weeks ago and broke my clip. Now, the clip for that is £4.79, which is probably about $6. I messaged, and the guy's called Chad at Rode. I messaged him and said, look, I broke my clip. I've dropped my crash helmet. I broke my Rode clip. Can I buy one? Or can I get a replacement under warranty? No problem, Rev. We've watched your channel. We know that you love your Rode mics. We will sort you out with a replacement. And I had a little parcel turn up. So I'm thinking, okay, great. They're going to send me a clip. They sent me a brand new. They sent me a brand new set of radio mics. How good are Rode mics at replacing that?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Because a lot of companies don't do that. You know.
Yeah. So, Jay, if you want a set of Rode mics, mate, they're up for 200. These retail at £280. If you want a set of Rode mics, mate, I've got 2 transmitters, 1 receiver. You can have them for 200 notes, mate. So, yeah, either that or I'm putting them on Amazon.
Very worth it too. If you set it up right, they are worth. You know, if you're going to do the motovlogging,
yeah. 3 days ago, they sent me a clip. So I've got the clip. So I've got a set of mics and I've got a clip. But he said to me, use our product if you can promote Rode mics as much as you can. So yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Great.
But hey, mic. Yeah, they are. They actually work pretty good. Yeah. I don't, like I said, the motovlogging, I've got plenty of videos in my backlog of motovlogging with 360s and stuff like that.
I have the GoPro Media Mod. So my Rode literally just slides in the side there. And you just plug the mic straight into the Media Mod. Job done.
Yeah, that's how I do mine. And also that Media Mod, man, it eats my batteries like crazy. God almighty.
What I have, I carry a little a Kais battery that I carry in my top pocket with the lead, and I just plug straight in the back to power up.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got a charging box, but I didn't know. You know, I was thinking because the way I have mine set up on my Ultra Class, I got a big Ultra Classic. You know, that's with the big fairing and all the bags and all that. So I have like, you know, a lighter on the damn fairing. I can put in a cigarette lighter or, you know, plug in phone chargers, all that stuff. But I usually keep two charging wires run out. And, you know, usually I can run one if I'm like stopped and I'm walking around vlogging, because I do that more. I just talk and vlog, you know, than I do the riding videos. So
Grey Wolves just said Rode mics are good. Make sure you strap it well. They tend to fly off. If you actually buy one of these, which is the little aluminium thing, it has a locking pin on the side. You can just about pick that up on the camera. So there is a little locking pin there. If you drill a small hole in your Rode mic in the plastic, when you slide that in, that pin locks into your Rode mic on the small hole that you've drilled. Now, as for waterproof, the USB socket on these does let water in. Blue tack, just get yourself a little bit of blue tack and put it over the USB hole. It stops it getting wet. So yeah, they are waterproof, but they're not going to take a full rainstorm. So if I am out riding in the rain, the GoPro comes off the crash helmet and I go back to that one.
Yeah.
That's my drift. So
Yeah.
I tend to run the drift as well. So yeah, GoPro for a dry day, drift for a wet day.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
TikTok mainly. Okay.
He wants them for TikTok mainly. Yeah, brilliant. They're great for TikTok. I need a new 4K helmet camera. Trying to find one that 265 small. If you're looking at 4K, then eBay do the little cheap 10 quid things. They are good, but they get thrown. If you look at Zhead's video, he actually takes a hammer to his because the quality is crap.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, get yourself a GoPro Hero 7 or 8.
I've got it. Sorry, I was gonna say I've got an 8, man, and it's awesome. You know,
the 8s are good. The 10, it's a lot of money, and you're just paying for the upgrade.
I was gonna say they just came out, and they just came out with like a new 11 mini. If you really want something small and crazy, I'm not trying to promote them because I don't do that. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if I would even trust that little mini. You know, it's a new 11 mini, and I don't think it would be great. You know,
I would say stick with the 8. The 8 is great. The 9 is good. The 10, you've got to mess with the settings.
Yes, I heard there's issues with that as well. Yeah. So
because obviously my first lot of videos, I was just shooting in 1060, and Peaky said to me, it's very, very grainy when you watch some of your stuff back. You need to do it in they call it slow-mo super wide.
Yeah.
But you have to go in and alter all the settings, shoot in 4K. Now, the only thing is when you upload your GoPro files, and I use Filmora, Wondershare Filmora, it used to take me about 20 minutes to edit a video. It now takes me 2.5 hours to edit in 4K.
Yeah. So it's all on what you really want to do and how much time you're willing to put into it.
Yeah.
Like I use CapCut. I actually shoot all my stuff now. If I shoot it on my GoPro, I transfer it into my iPhone 11, my phone. I actually shoot a lot of my walking around talking videos on my iPhone 11. I do 90% of stuff you see on my channel is done with my iPhone nowadays. And I do all that. I go through my CapCut, I filter, do whatever I need to do, edit. And then I straight load it up to YouTube, to my channel. And then I'll come and get on my laptop. And then I'll go in and edit however I want it on my channel and do different things, thumbnails, whatever, So because I found like I've got the 360s, all that. I found the 360 was good for just like shorts. I don't really like to take 40 hours a week to edit. I'm just not that guy. If you are, that's cool. I'm just not taking all that time. And it's not that I don't care to do quality videos. I don't have that time. I have children. I have things going on in my life.
Yeah.
I can't just sit I can't sit at the computer for 40 hours, and so I do what I can. And I actually limited myself for what I'm doing. And like, I just learned that I could really just shoot a lot of stuff on my iPhone and just make it just as good quality as I could on my, GoPro. Yes, the picture may be better on my GoPro and stuff. But like I said, I don't want to spend a week editing just for 10 minutes. That's not me. I can't do it.
We do all our ride tests for customers at the garage.
Yes.
And I've got 6 bikes sitting in my library that I just haven't got the time to sit there. I've got bikes going out next week. So I'm going to be up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning because I want to spend the weekend with the wife. So 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm sitting in front of this computer editing. Yep. Just to get my media up, and I've still got the Super Sausage video from last Sunday to put up.
See,
it's just taking me too long to edit videos on GoPro. And as Crazy Dad Biker says, Ghost XL, the Ghost stuff, the Drift Ghost is an amazing bit of kit. You can just bang, edit, just chuck it out there.
Yep.
But right, we're going to wind up because the wife has summoned me, guys.
Hey, thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, Ray's Moto Life YouTube, guys. Go and give this guy a subscribe. Great channel, great live streams. He has some really good people on this channel as well. Ray's, thanks very much for coming in, mate.
Thank you, buddy. All right, you guys take care in the side chat. I'll get off here and let you finish up, okay?
Lovely. Thanks very much, Ray.
Yes, sir.
Quick one. Mrs. Crazy Dad Biker, Gus, German Jobbies, VJ Biker, Grey Wolf, Haggis Whisperer. Who else have we had in? Darren Spears tonight. Loads of people. Thanks ever so much for coming in. We are going to cut it short. I'm off on a long weekend. Yeah, maybe my next upgrade should be a beefy PC. You can probably hear this thing winding away like a bloody lunatic because I'm editing in the background. I've still got 4 videos editing in the background. The Insta360 codes 265, 270. You can upscale. There we go. DJI action, Ghost Eyes 4K without the stabilization. Right, thanks, Gus. Night all, brilliant chat. I am not out this weekend. I am spending the weekend with the missus. I'm off for a cigarette with the neighbours in the back garden because we're out with them tomorrow. We are doing bowling. We're going to have another meal, and we are off to the Lesbian, Bi, Gay, Transgender Club for a bit of karaoke tomorrow night. Yeah, we're off to Pink Panthers. God help me. I will send some video of that. I'll probably put some TikTok shorts up of us having fun in the Pink Panthers. But until then, guys, thanks very much for coming in. It's been a great one, as always. Friday Night Live. Don't forget, we'll see you same place, same time next week. And it changes next week. It is the Peaky and the Rev Show, or the Rev and Peaky Show. Keep yourself up. Enjoy your weekend. And as always, yeah, I'm going to enjoy my break. Thanks very much, Gus. But to everybody that's come in, wouldn't be the same without all you guys coming in. But thanks very much. And as always, from Rev, be well, ride safe, enjoy the weekend. And as always, it's a big goodbye from me, and we'll see you soon. Take care.